episode 2 of Colosoul TV. I'm Blatchford.
And I'm Tricia Ray. We're going to be showing you some of our footage from our very own Colosoul event, Lights Out Arts Festival. We've also got a very cool interview with local graph artist ZachFreshWater, and we're going to be talking all things politics.
And we also got some footage from the Miss Burlesque WA competition and an interview with a Burlesque competitor, John Mad.
So we hit the streets of Perth to find out what people thought about politics and the Australian sex party.
And here's what we found.
So what do you think about the state elections coming up?
It's like Liberal.
Liberal, yeah. Is there a reason to vote Liberal?
I don't like Labor.
I'm sort of open. I sort of talk to other people to see how they feel about it, and then I sort of make a decision and sort of go in and agree with who's doing the right thing and what can actually help us in the future.
Yeah.
The only thing I've really learned from politics is that Tony Abbott and Julia Gillard just fight all the time.
And so do you know much about the Australian sex party?
Nothing at all.
That Fiona Patton set up. Now she used to be a former sex worker, so she said she just got really sick of all the conservatism in politics, and she wanted to just bring something else to the forefront. So she set up the Australian Sex Party, and basically her mission statement is just about bringing, more sexual awareness to the local community, so they can be more free about the things they wanted to say about sex, I guess. What do you think about that? Would you vote for her?
Probably not.
Or do you think like it's another clown adding to the political party?
I think she's pushing her history for votes. There'll be people that just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like the girl that went for governor that used to be a porn star in America, she kind of did the same thing, but she still came 10th or something.
Did she? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think it might be just a bit of a joke around?
Oh, she's obviously standing for something. But
Well, she said she doesn't believe she's going to get elected, but she just wanted to do something different. So she's giving it her best shot. What do you think?
I think as a voter, I can't relate to her at all. So why would I vote for her?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so have you heard about the Australian Sex Party that Fiona Wharton's
Yeah, I
running?
have seen them, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Open for it, yeah. I might consider voting for them.
Yeah. Why would you consider to vote for them?
Because they're different and they have different views of how they'll sort of go ahead with a lot of things.
I think a lot of people have based their morals on like what the Bible has kind of associated with morality and stuff like that. And I think they really need to turn away from just those kind of dogmas, that kind of blind faith that certain things like same-sex marriage, there is nothing morally inferior to that at all.
I totally dig that as well, man. Freedom of choice, which is, well, as we said, we don't really understand that we're not getting. It's like you get this or you get that. It's like, well, what if we don't want that either way? Can we have something else? The sex party? I agree with what the sex party do, man.
I agree with what you're saying.
We're joined with Conrad Liberis, who's from Notre Dame. Now, Conrad, you have a major in politics and you're from the left-right think tank, is that right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and we're just going to be discussing a little bit about the sex party tonight, and we're just wondering what you think about that.
Yeah, I think minor parties have a real role to play in developing new ideas, and they parties like the sex party tend to have a wonderful base with young people. There's more liberal modern views that are out there, where there are other parties like the Australian Christian Democrats as well that tend to have an older base, and so it's being able to play to that base and still trying to affect change, which can sometimes be a bit difficult.
Yep, for sure. But I'm just wondering, like, what kind of change that you would actually feel that the Sex Party would bring
Well,
to the political arena?
Yeah, the Sex Party brings a lot of things to do with drug reform, and then also about prostitution as well. But I remember that they had a lot to say about crime last time that they ran as well, and the sort of role that Australia can play with that.
Is this relevant to Australian politics, do you think? Are they a necessary party?
Yeah, I think, well, they've got a role to play. It kind of depends whether, if and when they grow, whether they become a bit more mainstream and alter their views to be more relevant, because at the moment they are kind of playing to the fringes, which is well and good for the time being, but when they start growing, much like the Greens did, they've got to start thinking a bit more practically.
Okay.
I mean, they're quite radical, aren't they? I mean, I feel like they're very in your face.
Their website has penises on it, doesn't it?
And when when they're making their stand at the political arena, they've got all that type of thing there, and the girls in the kind of prostitute-looking outfits and that type of thing. You can get photos with them, and guys can have their hands on their boobs and things like this.
Yeah.
So when I'm kind of looking at that, I'm wondering what stand they're actually trying to make, and I'm not sure what their policies are. That's what I'm kind of looking at.
Yeah, and that can be really difficult to define with smaller parties, because while I work for a policy institute, they don't parties like the Sex Party and growing parties don't necessarily have the resources of the major parties where they can actually come out with comprehensive policies, which is really important. So
they use their resources for the penises.
They use their resources for a lot of.
Really cool what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a wonderful marketing tactic and has been able to pay off with getting a certain amount of the vote. But as they grow, they need to start thinking a bit more beyond the gimmicks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well that's great. So thanks very much for your time today.
No worries.
Just your input, and it's great to hear what you guys are up to, and so people can check you out online then?
Yeah, just on our Facebook or Twitter or on our website.
And can you just say the title of your organisation again?
Yeah, it's Left Right Think Tank.
That's Left Right Think Tank.
Yeah.
Check them out, Tricia. Yeah, you can check them out and see what they're about. So that's great. Thanks very much, comrade.
Great.
For Colosoul Issue 9, we featured fashion from Behind the Monkey, Patch, Pigeonhole and Style Palettes. So let's check out behind the scenes.
Hey, my name's Isabel Tang. I'm the fashion editor for Colosoul magazine, a local street press. We've been organising this photo shoot for the last couple of months. It's come to the crux in the last 2 days. My beautiful team has been running around with me sourcing clothes and putting together some really fantastic looks. The magazine will be out in about a month's time, so anticipate great things.
Hi, I'm Joss.
I'm Holly.
And I'm Isabella. And we're the 3 fashion stylists
for this photo shoot today. And yeah, basically, this is our first photo shoot that we were all working on together, and I feel like we did a really good job.
Yeah, I feel like the team worked really well together, considering it was our first time. And
yeah, we've had a lot of fun, and the concept was really original, we think. So hopefully all the fun we've had and how well we've worked together has been reflected in the issue.
I definitely think it has.
Yeah, it definitely has. So enjoy, guys.
Today I'm doing a photo shoot, retro kind of ish. My main feature I would say is my hair, and obviously I'm Aboriginal, so that's also something that comes out in my photo shoots. So yeah, that's me.
Today's shoot was amazing. This is like the first time I've been without my twin sister, I think, to a shoot as well. And I feel really good about it. It was so much fun. There was so many like wardrobe changes and hair and makeup, and it was just really good vibes on the shoot as well. And I just had an overall great time. And I'm really, really happy to see how the photos turn out as well.
theme is Dressed Up and Nowhere to Go, which I think is pretty sick. It looks like we've got a pretty good team, and yeah, pretty stoked on what's going to happen, and hopefully we can get some banging shots that are better than all the other street presses in Freo.
We caught up with Lights Out Band Forum prior to the festival, and here's what they had to say.
City view from your hotel room, and I can't support it, I can't support it. Getting high on diamonds and perfume, and I can't afford it, I can't afford it.
Hi, I'm Tanya and we're here at the Hen House Studios with foam for Colosoul TV. How are you guys going?
Good.
Hey. Did you just want to introduce yourselves and what you play?
Sure. Yeah. I'm Jackson, I play drums. I'm Joel and I play guitar and sing. Harley and I play bass.
No worries. My first thing I was going to say is congratulations, because you have been the top seller last month for the Fat Chan record, so
thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome considering Pond and Tame Impala were below you on that list as well, which is a bit ridiculous.
I felt like
it's okay.
That's probably a reasonable explanation for it.
Yeah. Also you played also you played at the Big Day Out, so how did you guys like that?
Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting. Like, we haven't played a gig at, in the morning in a while. And it's fun. But yeah, it was at the start of the day, so we kind of just got to hang out all day. So
that's pretty awesome. Who else did you get to see?
Oh, who did we see?
Saw Childish Gambino's on stage.
Fun. Death Grips played on our stage, so we got to watch them as well. Yeah, that was awesome. I like Band Forces.
Band Forces are awesome.
Yeah. Chili Peppers, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to.
Also, what do you think affects your writing process, and how would you describe it?
Yeah, we don't really have a writing process.
Super casual.
So you just jam and just sort of work from there?
Carl writes like his guitar part and lyrics and melodies and all that, and then we jam on it here and things will change from there.
Also, what types of bands do you think would influence your sound?
We've always gone through a good Albini period. Steve Albini was associated with Rape Man and Big Black and Shellac are just awesome. He, of course, produced In Utero, the Nirvana album, which was a big early one for me.
He's a fantastic producer, and but I mean, apart from that, there's a pretty big 90s feel on the stuff we listen to in the late 80s, I suppose.
Yeah, bands like I always suck at this question.
I mean, like Pixies and Breeders.
Yeah, totally.
Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
Refused.
Refused. And
MF Doom. MF Doom.
Yeah.
In a big way.
Dido.
Okay, so on the 23rd of March you're playing the Lights Out concert, so I just wanted to ask you what the whole Earth Hour thing means to you guys. You're environmentalists too.
I love the Earth.
Yeah, so I've done it my whole life. Well, I think it's something that all, in our generation very much has to be a part of because everyone's stuck with it now. Earth Hour.
Thumbs up. It was great talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
The Colosoul team had the opportunity to catch up with a local graph artist, ZachFreshWater, who has just recently painted the Method clothing wall in Mount Lawley.
I'm ZachFreshWater, and this is the new Method Wall mural. I guess the overall inspiration behind this work is the shapes and forms from lettering, graffiti lettering, going back to the 80s, which is where it kind of all began for me. That's really what I set out to do, and that's why the works they're not done overnight or done in 8 hours. I don't have a full script set out page by page about exactly what it is I want to produce. I have several sketchbooks, of course. I'm always doing drawings and developing certain types of shapes and forms. But that's why I'm always coming back and putting more layers on top. It just gives it more depth and it's more dynamic, and it just makes it have more heavy weight, and sing a little bit better. The work I'm doing at the moment is very abstract, and but it's got my own identity through all the other types of work that I've done. Most of it's not planned. I freestyle most of the work. So all of those things, all of those elements come together, and so the emotional side, your principles, elements, all those little things, and it becomes the big picture. I mean, I paint and draw every day. I don't miss a beat, not one day that I do not paint. I absolutely have to. I'm obsessed to the degree, I don't know what there might be a disease that I have no idea, but I am absolutely embracing this thing to the fullest tilt until the day I die, and I guess that also comes down to the fact that I've been given an opportunity to express myself, and I couldn't do it anywhere else. Perhaps I'm not sure about that.
The Lights Out Arts Festival, where local bands got together to support Earth Hour.
And we sent our roving reporter Marty McFly. Check her out.
It's me, Marty McFly, coming at you from Lights Out Arts Festival for 2013. We're going to be catching up with some of the artists tonight, chatting with some of the bands and talking to some of our pop-up stall holders. We've got merchandise from legitimate Perth City, Gifted, Sgt. Pepper's Vintage and Vinyl, Fox Feet and Generics Accessories, so stay tuned.
That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time.
So we bounce to get down, no time for regrets.
vibes from the dance floor. You want more, misunderstood what you stand for. Like an addiction, the rotten sick to the mix. It needs crack when you got your sneaky brow tricks. Freeze! Abracadabra, here's a quick fix to increase your stamina. Planning your exit strategy so soon. How about the horns? Tell it to the whole room.
I'm just here chatting with Jackson and Jerome, doing an art battle head to head. So how you doing, guys?
Doing well, thanks.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Can you guys, we'll start with you, Jackson. What are you up to over here?
I'm painting a skull with a snake entwined in it.
Nice.
It's representative of the eternal battle between man and reptile, with the reptiles eventually winning.
So, Jerome, tell us a bit about what you're doing over here.
I'm just doing like a double portrait of Gemma Ward.
Nice,
So,
my favourite.
Yeah, no, I always just found she's really good to paint, really good looking, got good eyes, so...
Yeah, she's a bit of a chameleon. She's one of those chicks that, you know, you can paint her up, you don't know what race she is, which is awesome, racially ambiguous.
Exactly.
Yeah, this one here, how long have you guys got to go?
Pretty much finished, yeah. I think
Nice.
we've been at it for like an hour and a half, so...
Yeah. It's time for a drink, I think.
Yep. Okay, no.
Awesome. All right, Wicked, well, thank you so much for having a chat to us, guys. Good luck with the rest of the event. All right, we're just going to grab a chat with Mr. Brad Morford. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm sick.
Fantastic. He's the man in charge of Legitimate Perth City, or LPC. Brad, can you tell us a little bit about your brand and what's going on?
Yeah, so LPC is a streetwear company based in Perth. We design things with a Perth aesthetic behind us. Have an underdog mentality from where Perth comes from.
Nice.
And that's our style. We like to keep it local and
Keep
try
it
and
legit.
try and keep Perth there everybody else. LPC.
Awesome. Thanks, Brad.
Wordplay, Colosoul.
Never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this.
For Colosoul TV here at Lights Out Arts Festival for 2013. Good night!
We recently covered the Miss Burlesque competition WA. We had Andri getting some awesome footage of the girls, and we also got an interview with John Mad and Charlie, his competitor, who were part of the Burlesque competition. Here it is.
You haven't gotten drunk yet. All right, two people are drunk. 3 people. I got 3 people over here. Do I have anybody over here? Anybody over here? Anybody over here? I got some people in the back row. People in the back row. Come on, guys. It's a long night, so I hope you brought your trail mix. Well, a long time ago when old Israel.
Okay, so we're here at the WA Miss Burlesque competition at the Flyby Night in Freo, in the gents' toilets of all places. Tonight it's not all about the girls, but there's also the Mr. Burlesque competition, which will be between... Sorry, I think we may have interrupted someone. Oh, sorry guys.
I'm pretty showing some kind of thing. I just need to wash my hands. Oh, yeah.
That's fine, you can say hi if you like.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, so we've got Charlie and we've got John.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
What a coincidence, guys.
I got my zip got stuck, so Charlie was just helping me out. Yeah.
That's a very kind competitor there for you.
We do what we can. Yeah. For each other. It's all right.
Temptation with the turn of your hand, or something more exotic is how you feel. You can Josephine Baker your banana peel.
So, Burlesque. Can you tell us a bit about Burlesque in Perth? Is it an underground scene or is...
Well, so yeah, it is growing. There are a number of troops around Perth now. You've got Sugar Blue, Twitter Portville, Lady Velvet,
Parties with Candy.
Yes. So that there is a number, and it is getting a bit of a following.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I wouldn't necessarily say underground, but
crowds are getting bigger and they're coming back. So it's a good sign.
Can you tell us a bit about Burlesque itself, the art form, I guess?
It sort of had its resurgence sort of in the early to mid-90s. I mean, Dita Von Teese was kind of instrumental in that to some extent. I mean, she wasn't the only one, there were others as well. But I mean, obviously it harps back to I mean, it harks all the way back to the 1890s, all the way back to vaudeville and cabaret and stuff like that, and then it's obviously sort of grown and changed and morphed through the years.
To what we've got today.
To what we've got today, yeah. Sort of, and I think a lot of what we have today is takes elements of previous generations' interpretations of what burlesque is.
How did you guys come to be a part of the burlesque scene?
Well, I kind of started as a joke, really. You know, I went to a few burlesque shows and saw a couple of performances, and I thought, that looks like fun, and I'll give it a shot. And so when the Twisted Vaudeville Circus were looking for performers, I said, put my hand up and did my first show, and it was great. I loved it. The audience reacted really well, and so I just kept doing another one, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and here we are.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I kind of got sort of herded into it to some extent. I was friends with a number of burlesque performers, of girls, and sort of was becoming a little bit more instrumental in their acts, sort of helping them out, what we call man propping, where you sort of perform in the act with them, but it's still their act, so you use kind of an animate prop on stage. And then, all of a sudden, sort of someone said, you can do a routine. Just do a solo routine. So I went and I did one and loved it, and then sort of it's just grown from there. Sort of just went, so here I am.
Presenting the award, the current winner is Mr. John Mad. And without further ado, first place who goes up to compete in the finals, the grand finals, is Miss Agatha.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
And we'll leave you with the sounds of home. See you next time.